डॉक्टर बाबा साहेब आंबेडकर ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी.
Hello friends, I Professor Amit Suthar from Department of Computer Science, Ganpat University welcomes you in Chaitanya Studio of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Open University. I would like to today introduce the web attacks. So, there are several web attack has been done in today's era, today's digital era. So basically for the today's session, we have the outline and we are going to study the web attack like browser attacks, web attacks targeting users, obtaining user or website data, email attacks. Firstly, using this unit, students should be able to study the various kinds of web attack, identify browser attack, phishing, and get the details of user from website. So basically this blog is focused to secure web applications has become incredibly important as the information process by web applications has become critical to corporation, customers, organization, and countries. Web application manage a wide array of information including financial data, medical records, social security numbers, as well as intellectual property and national security data. So, the purpose of web-based attack is significantly different than other attacks. In most traditional pen testing exercises, a network or host is the target of attack. Web-based attack focus on an application itself. So, the web-based attack, today we can see the technology growth on the web has changed the way business and consumers communicate and interact with each other. The web has become a staple for information sharing and commercial transactions also. At the same time, it has also become complex, without boundaries, and immediate in its nature. Basically, web application provides an interface between the web server and the client to the communication. So web pages are generated at the server and browsers present them at the client side. Whatever information in website is available through the web pages via server, and it will be presented to the client end through the browser, various browsers. The data is passed between client and server in the form of HTML pages through HTTP protocol or HTTPS protocol or FTP also. That means we are performing the communication over the internet through such kind of protocol. A single web page today can be compromised of information from many simultaneous sources from around the world. it can be easily compromised. So it only takes one of these sources to be compromised in order for a new web attack to be quickly propagated and delivered to many unsuspecting web users. The ubiquity and complexity compounded with with holes in the infrastructure and have made the web vulnerable to the attack. So basically, the browser attacks in most commonly in web attack. Browser is the software actually where the user or client can get several information through the web browser, and end user can pass the information from client to server or interaction with the server through the web browser. So of all the software in use, browsers are the most soft target, or we can say most exposed. They are constantly connecting to the outside world and frequently interacting with websites and applications that cybercriminals have infected with malware. So, browsers are the powerful data rich tool that, if compromised, can provide an attacker with a vast amount of information about you, including your personal details like address, phone number, credit card data, emails, various IDs are there, passwords if you have stored in your browser, and browsing history as well as bookmarks also can be shared or can be revealed through the browser attack. So browser are also perfect instrument for the cyber criminal to establish a foothold on your device, your personal network, and your business system also. Browsers rely on a number of third-party plugins like JavaScript, Flash, and ActiveX to perform various tasks. Because these are the various plugins which are supposed to provide the functionality, or we can say enhance the functionality in website or web application, and through that attacker or pen tester can attack on your device. However, these plugins often come with security flaws that cyber criminals exploit to get access to your systems. These vulnerabilities allow attackers to wreak havoc by, for example, installing ransomware, exfiltrating data, and stealing intellectual property. By installing ransomware, they are, or attacker are, demanding the huge amount for decrypt the entire system. While your system has been compromised with ransomware or infected your system with ransomware, then entire files stored in your system is encrypted their own algorithm, and you won't be able to get that data. So they are demanding the huge amount for decrypting such kind of ransomware problem. Through that browser attacks, your system has been compromised. Most malware detection and prevention technologies work by examining files such as downloads or attachment. Because we are using the browser, web browser, in our routine use, like checking email or performing some surfing activities or uh, online shopping. So many tasks has been carried out in this digital era through the online mode. So there may be available some attachment in your email, or you are downloading some software, and through that you are might be possible to get the infected. However, browser-based threats don't necessarily use files, so conventional security controls have nothing to analyze. How browser-based cyber threats operate? As an example of how a browser-based attack works, consider a scenario where Windows user visit seemingly benign but now malicious website. Possibly one he or she has visited before, or as the result of an enticing email. As soon as a connection occurs, the user's browser begins interacting with the site. So our data has been stolen or compromised. Assuming the system is using JavaScript. Basically, the JavaScript is used for the performing some client-side validation and giving some freedom or boost up to the web pages for executing the website. But the attacker or pen tester or some malicious coder is used JavaScript for the malicious or malified intention. So basically, in browser, mostly the JavaScript is enabled. Assuming the system is using JavaScript, which according to research firms like Web Technology Surveys, 94% of all websites do, and over 90% of browsers have it enabled. So by default, it is enabled. So the browser will immediately download and start executing JavaScript files from the malicious website. So whenever you are visiting the such malicious website, it automatically executed JavaScript file, and through that you are infected and your data has been stolen. So the JavaScript can harbor malicious code that is capable of capturing the victim's data, altering it, and injecting new or different data into their web application, and all in the background and invisible to the user. So even though end user are not aware with such kind of activity. So the following is representative of Flash. What typically occurs? Flash is actually the one software of Adobe company, which was used for the playing SWF file, or we can say animation file or video file. So The flash code invoke PowerShell, which is your terminal actually command, a powerful OS tool that can perform administrative operations and exist on every Windows machine. So Flash feed instruction to PowerShell through its command line interface, and user are not aware with such kind of activity. So PowerShell connects to a stealth command and control server on by the attacker, and user are not knowing such kind of activity. The command and control server downloads a malicious PowerShell script to the victim's device that captures or finds sensitive data and send it back to the attacker. Again, user are not getting the activity, or they are not knowing whether the background services for the PowerShell through the flash has been executed in background. So the Marionette attack is a browser based attack actually. It opens the door for assembling giant botnets from users' browsers. This botnet can be used for in-browser crypto mining, or we can say cryptojacking, DDoS attack, distributed denial of service attack over the network, malicious file hosting or sharing, distributed password cracking, creating password proxy network, advertising click fraud, and traffic states boosting, researchers said. So these can be done through this botnet or marionette attack can be done. So cyber criminal web attack targeting users. Cyber criminal often go after your enterprise data by preying on your end users. So they are targeting a particular users, and through that authentication or authorization, the legitimate user has been going to compromised, and attacker will have the access of the legitimate site because they are targeting the user of legitimate site. Every day, criminals devise new malware and social engineering attacks that target what has become an organization weakest link, that is end users and their web connected devices, because end user will get easily compromised. Also, might be possible the USB stick or your smart devices is connected with your organization computer or system, and through that possibly attack has been done. So web attacker targeting the users. Here are the most common attack methods and social engineering techniques and ideas on how to stop these attacks before they infect end user devices and work their way into your corporate data. So basically attacker uses such kind of method like social engineering. Social engineering is a wide topic actually for the discussion, but through that they are analyze the personal profile or personal activity on the social media, and through that they are guessing username as well as password, or uh, through that attacker can perform such malicious task. So web attack targeting users drive by downloads. Drive by downloads are a central part of many of the most sophisticated web attacks that criminals perpetrate against online users. Means what? They are so dangerous because they require no user action to download malicious content onto an endpoint. What's more in this, these attacks are often unleashed from the legitimate site. So, user or corporate team um, cannot believe that such kind of user or legitimate user are getting compromised. So, drive-by downloads are typically deployed by hackers who have taken advantage of web vulnerabilities such as SQL injection that can be exploited to allow attackers to change the contents of a website. Through the SQL injection, and there are so many techniques to perform such kind of activity, like SQL map is the software or tool which used for the getting the database access, and through the database we are getting the tables. Then after, inside tables we are getting the columns, and through the columns we are getting the dump of that particular table. So maybe it can be changed, or they are stealing some sensitive information through the database or SQL injection. Once implanted on a site, drive by downloads typically take advantage of browser vulnerabilities to automatically download anything from full-fledged viruses to less detectable downloader apps that will trick the user into eventually loading malware onto the machine via button press or simple click. So this one is the various web attacks which targeting the users. Among them, clickjacking. Okay, clickjacking is the another attack in which, if the attacker requires extra interaction from the users to load malware, this will be accomplished through an attack called clickjacking. The purpose of this attack is to open the target website in an invisible frame and get the user to click somewhere in the frame when they don't even know they are clicking. actually what happened in clickjacking, the end user or victim are going to click on particular area, or we can say by clicking on login button or clicking on submit button like that, or click me like button. Okay, so actually end user is going to click on that particular uh, area or legitimate button actually, but in background or the website is already compromised, so you are, that means end user are going to click on another iframe or invisible frame, we can say, and through that you are redirect from one page to another malicious code. So this is the idea regarding clickjacking. Now we will discuss this in detail in our next session. So I would like to conclude over here. Thank you very much.